Peace, love, and everything above. What's cracking? What's happening? What's good? What's going on? What it was? What it looked like? What it will be? All that goody good kind of stuff. Before we get into anything, go ahead, like, subscribe. If you don't really want to say nothing, trust me, I've been kind of an introvert my whole life. So if you ain't with the commenting, hey, look, I can't, do what you're going to do. I can't force you to speak nothing, but it don't cost nothing to hit the subscribe button. All right? I mean, you click once. One click. One click. All right, so I'm driving home from work today, and I saw a few kids on bikes. Then I saw there was about two kids. I saw the one kid riding on the pegs. Now you see it every once in a while, but you don't see kids on bikes like you saw back when we was younger. They just don't. I remember being so far from home on a bike. We put so many miles on our bikes when we was little. I got a few different bike stories, but the one that stood out is, it's a good one too. It was a crazy night. What a night. Yeesh. Yeah. What a night. So now, I don't know. Don't get me to lying. This was the summer 2001. We're just going to land on summer 2001. I'm spending the summer. I'm up at Bub's. Spending the summer up there. Pretty much. That was pretty much the norm. That was like every summer thing. Was trying to because I'm living off in Patterson, but every chance I can get, I'm trying to get back to the mountain, get back to Hillburn. I had to get back. I had to be around people. It was just it was calling me. It was calling me. I needed to be around my people. Needed to be around people. So this is summer 2001. We used to have this bicycle boneyard down in the back behind the shed where he kept the quad and shit like that. We had collected all of these. For some reason, we like to get a bike, strip that son of a bitch down. Bare bone it, put it back together. Even if once it's back together, it wasn't as good as the bike before you took it apart. It didn't matter. We Frankenstein these motherfucking bikes. That's what we like to do. We get it, strip it down, take everything off. We don't need it. Brakes, don't need them. We don't need none of that shit. Brakes for what? What are we slowing down for? We had a bicycle boneyard, and you'll see why I'm telling you about the bicycle boneyard. So this building process is going on. There was one bike Bub already had down there that was already all together, and that was his wheels for the summer right there. It was already good. He was straight. He had another one that he was putting together while me and cousin Leonard was putting. Shout out to cousin Len. It was me, Bub, and Leonard and Len. Me, Bub, and cousin Len. Shout out to cousin Len. What up, cuz? Love. So it's me, Bub, and Len. We're in the process of putting these bikes together. Like I said, we Frankenstein and break them down, get parts from from everywhere, and put our bikes together and have what you can really call this is one of one. I guess that was probably the takeaway. It would just be one of one. Nobody else. You wouldn't see no one else riding around with that bike, and that meant something. So that's a one of one. I got it. That's mine. Yep, that's mine. And when you look at that, that's such and such. Oh, that's Jake's. Oh, that's Len's right there. There was no question about it. This is how we rode. We're in the process of getting these bikes put together. Okay? They're not all the way complete. Close, but we can't ride them. They're not ready to hop on and ride down the road or anything like that. It's coming to the end of the night. We have been talking earlier about these blinking blue lights that this one place had, and I can't remember the name of the place. But outside the place, there was these blue lights. It was like they were in a like a yellow plastic housing casing type of thing. It was basically a lantern, but they had these nice electric blinking blue lights, like electric blue color or electric blue hue almost. Real dope color, real dope color. The color was dope, and it would blink. We want to go get some lights so we can strip, because you can strip the lights out and put them and wrap it up, put it on your bike, tape it up, battery it up, hook it to a little bit of power. What you need is a couple of batteries put together, tape them all up, positive and negative the wires, good to go. Tape it all up, you're good. Now you're riding around, you're blinking, you got a couple of lights, you can put them in and I think Mawa Day, it was getting down to the end of the summer. So this is all in preparation for Mawa Day. Because when you came to Mawa Day, you couldn't be on no bullshit. Especially if you was riding a bike. If you was on a bike, you can't come in Mawa Day with no bullshit. You can't. If you was gonna, you might as well just walk. Don't bring no bike there. Because that's not what because you was gonna hear about it. You can't bring no bullshit. You wasn't gonna show up with no bullshit. We wanted to show up right. We want to show up soon as nighttime hits, blinking blue lights. Because we gonna be the only kids down there, only motherfuckers down there with the blinking blue lights. Stunting. I mean, clean. Young stunter. We thought we was doing something. So we had this bright idea. We're going to go down, get these blue lights, hook our shit up, and roll in Mawa Day like that, clean. Looking, turn all the heads. Because that's what it was about. You know what I mean? We're getting ready for it. We want to roll in clean. It's a big deal. So we're getting ready. We want these lights. So nightfall comes. We tell Cousin Bub's parents, Uncle Brian, Aunt Regina. Shout out to you guys. I love you guys. Uncle Brian, Aunt Regina, we told them we're going to camp out. We're going to camp out in the front yard. We pitched the tent and everything, had everything ready to go. So the deal was, all right, look, we're going to throw the tent up. We're going to go ahead and dive off in the tent for a couple of hours, let them go ahead and fall off into their nice little slumber. And we can sneak up on out of there like a couple of foxes. Nice and quiet like. So, bam, we did just that. We went, hung out, chilled out in there for a couple of hours. I don't know if it was more than an hour and a half. You could hear Uncle Brian snoring through the house. Remember, if you knew Bub's house back in the day when he lived down in the cut there, it was a small house. So like if you're outside the front door, you're not that far from where the bedroom was anyway. The Uncle Brian, we hear him. He's in there cutting wood, doing his due diligence. Walk down to the back to the back of the shed to get our bikes. We walk down there. And me and Leonard realized that at the same time. He turned to look at me, I'm looking at him. He's looking at me, I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. We're looking down at the bike, he's looking back at me. We got so caught up in this little scheme with the lights and how we're gonna tell them we're gonna set the tent up and all of this dumb shit. And we never finished putting together our bikes. We got nothing down here. We got 2 bike frames down here with handlebars on them. One good bike. Bub says, you know what the deal is. We got one good bike. There's 3 of us. You know what the deal is. We already know what we're doing. Let's go. We hit the road. Now, when we first took off walking, it was kind of quiet. Because I don't know what Len was thinking. But I know I'm thinking, All right, so we're about to ride down the mountain on this bike, all three of us. And one of us is gonna have to get on the handlebars. Now in my mind, I said, okay, well, I know straight out the gate who's not. And out of the three of us, who was not getting on the front, on the handlebars, was Bub. We knew that out the gate. This guy's got to drive. No, we knew that right out the gate. So from then, me and Leonard have to figure out how we're gonna do this, because I don't want to ride down this mountain on the handlebars with two other people on one bike. I don't want to do it. Not the handlebars. Go into this little argument back and forth like two kids. Well, I'm older. Leonard, I'm older. I mean, what do you... That don't matter. I don't want to do. No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to get on the handlebars. No, you can get on handlebars. You're taller and more slender, man. We need less weight on the front. I don't care. What do you mean I'm taller? We weigh the same. You want to go get weight? Let's go weigh ourselves. You know, fell into stupid shit. We ain't trying to ride down the mountain on the handlebars. And I don't want to do it. I understand him. He don't want to do it. No, ride down the mountain on the handlebars when there's pegs. There wasn't even front pegs. So feet had to swing. So it's a back and forth. You weigh this much. Let's go weigh ourselves. We weigh the same. I'm like, dude, you're a little bit taller, more slender. We need less weight. And we both were skinny when we were young. But I'm like, dude, we need less. You're just longer and more slender. If you need to, you can fall back in Bub's arms, and you'll fall just perfect, like a hammock. Do your due diligence down the mountain. That's how we'll get down the mountain. I weigh more than you. Want to go get wet? Let's go get a Bub. Let's go weigh ourselves. No, you don't. I weigh more than you do. What are you talking about? Nonsense. Back and forth, like, oh, well, I'm carrying the book. So we get through it. It lasts probably 2-3 minutes. Finally, I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I was like, all right, whatever. How bad could it be? Leonard has a backpack also. So Leonard carries the backpack. That was one of his debate points that he had. Plus, I got the backpack. I'm like, Negro, I could wear it. I could wear it too. What do we? He won. Bub, him and Bub, just because they were older, they do shit like that. We was younger. They try to little boy you. Whatever. Whatever. I'll get on the handlebars. Let's go. So we get up. All three of us hop up on the bike, we get up by the ball field, and start our descent. We start heading down. We get down that first little slope, and everything is going good. But anybody who knows there's a bad corner. If you know, there's a bad corner, and if you're not ready for it, or you're slowing down, you have to slow down if you want to get around this corner and stay out the guardrail. So we get coming down, and I think it's in the back of everybody's mind. This corner's coming up here pretty soon. We're all thinking, how is this gonna turn out? So we get coming up close to it. Bub tells us, we get coming in the corner. I'm gonna take the corner hard inside. I'm gonna come in from wide, and we'll lean in and get tight inside the corner and almost straighten this son of a bitch up and ride right out of it. Now I'm thinking, wow, boy, now you made it sound good. He said it, the way he said it came out so smooth. I'm like, oh, okay, I pictured it in my mind and everything. I'm like, all right, we're gonna do that. Hell yeah. Yes, sir, let's do it. It sounded, because he made it sound so good. I'm like, all right, bet. That's how we're gonna happen. Now, That is a little bit, it's a little bit easier said than done. That is a little bit more easier said than done because we've got the weight of 3 people, different weights distributed in different spots. So over the front wheel is me with my little weight. I don't know, it was 100 pounds, 120 pounds. Like I'm 13, I was always real little. Skinny, always skinny. But Len is probably 150 at that age. Len was always super, super skinny too. Long and slender. And then Bub's got like the most, he's got most of the weight. So he's kind of got to control our weight still with his weight. Because he's pretty much got control of the bike and kind of like the base of all the weight right underneath him. He's got it. So we do just what he says. We get coming to the turn now. We all prayed good before we got to this turn because I think I can speak for all 3 of us when I say, I don't know how this is gonna go. So we said the little 1-2s to the man upstairs. Yes, sir, you the man. We get coming into, just like you said, we get coming into it. Everybody kind of, as soon as it was like it fell right into place, nobody had to say nothing. We hit that, we come from the wide outside, get coming into it. We ain't slowing down, there's no brakes on this damn thing. Plus there's too much weight. We'd have bust the brakes off it if we had brakes on it, too much weight. We get slowing, we get coming down, we get coming into the turn, wide outside, get right, all of us hit the lean at the same time. We didn't have to speak about it. Hit the lean right into the turn. Now here's the problem. When you have that much weight on this bike, the back tire didn't have enough air in it. It was a little bit softer than it should have been to have all 3 of us on the bike. Because we start getting into the thick of the turn, like getting to the inside when we hit and we really got to lean in and ride this turn out. We get down and get into the meat of this turn. The bike starts bouncing, and the weight of us and the bike and the momentum, we start bouncing. The tires pulling away from the rim, and so it's just bare rim scraping the ground, sparks flying and shit. It's fucking every little sparks flying every time, man. Pitch black, sparks flying and shit. Well, I thought it was over with. I thought it was Leonard. I thought when I heard them scrapes, I thought it was Leonard scraping across the ground into the. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I thought Leonard hit the deck. I thought he bit every bit of that guardrail. Scraped the. I don't know how the tire didn't bust. It was literally stretching away from the rim. And from the weight was jamming the rim down in the pavement, scraping. So we make it down the mountain. We head over to the place we got these lights from. We had been scoping out the scene for a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? We talked kind of loosely about it. You know, kind of like just playing. It'd be nice. And we really never just, we never acted on it, never pulled the trigger, never went down there. So, but we've been seeing the way it works, what time is the best time, what time is the worst time, all of the above. Just like the peace and love. So, we get down the mountain. We take 17. We basically take the thruway across and walk down over the bank and cross the river there, come up behind the dog food factory because the place we're going is in Suffern. Not far off, but I forget what the place was now. You gotta remember at this time, none of us really know what time it is. None of us had cell phones at this time. This was before the time that everybody had one. I think, if you was regular blue collar, middle class people, this was at the time where everybody just. Your parents couldn't afford. The kids just didn't have cell phones. We didn't have it. So we had no idea what time it was. We kind of had an idea what time it was when we finally went in the tent. But we done lost track since then. There's no telling. No telling what time it is. So we do what we had to do. We do what we got to do. We each get a light. I think Bub ended up being able to get 2 lights. And we just took our shirt off and hung the shirt over our hand and walked like we were carrying our shirt in our hand. So, no face, no case. Get them, gaffle them. We get down there, find them, gaffle them up, and take them right off the stand. Boom. Took our shirt off, and we'd hung our shirt over it, but carrying it. So, so now it just looks, so this way it looks like we're just carrying the shirt. Turn around, troop back where we came from. Troop back up the mountain this whole time. We're taking our time, there's nobody out at this time of night when you're out riding around and nobody else is around. You feel like you own everything. Ain't nobody else around. You're the only one around here, super quiet. Just you and just me, Bub and Len. Sometime, every once in a while, we's walking. It will get quiet, you know what I mean? Them little spots of silence in between the conversation, every once in a while, when things could just get real super quiet. And we're thinking about, damn, what the hell are we doing? Should we be doing this? If we got caught, we'd probably get in a whole bunch of trouble. But these lights are going to be dope. We're going to be clean, rolling in them all day, the whole deal. The whole deal. Everything you could think about, I'm sure every one of us were probably thinking. So we get the lights, we got them. We get back up the mountain, trooped up the mountain. Get back up, hit the tent. I don't even remember hitting the tent. I don't remember going in the tent. All I remember is the next thing I know, I'm hearing chickens off in the distance and it's hot as hell. We must have got in at probably 4:30, 5 o'clock. We didn't sleep all night. We was out all night long. I woke up sweating to death. Sweating to death. Chickens off in the distance. I heard music playing. I think Uncle Brian was down there. You heard tools clanging. Shit down in the shed rustling around. You hear him every once in a while. You'll hear him holler out, "Hello!" Uncle Brian talking shit down in the garage because he can't find some tools. I think Bubba probably done, who knows what he done with it. That's how we wake up, man. We end up doing what we had to do. We stripped the lights out of the body of the lantern, strung them up, batteries, taped the batteries up, did our bikes up, and rolled into Mall Day clean that day. Clean. And it's nice when the plan falls together like that. It's always beautiful when the plan falls together like it's supposed to. That brings me to the end here. And that's going to be that. So that was that. Shout out to Len and Bub. Love y'all, man. From the beginning to the end. Love you guys. Love you guys. Big shout out. And also, let me know in the comments if you remember it a little bit differently than me, which is probably the case. Probably the case. So let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. So I get it. If you don't want to comment, we're straight. Like, it's one click. It don't cost nothing to hit that comment button, but it don't cost nothing to hit the subscribe button. Right? I'll probably say it. I repeat. It don't cost nothing. It don't cost nothing to hit the subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing to hit that button. It don't cost nothing to hit the button. Like, subscribe, comment if you wanna. Right? Peace, love, and everything above.